Is it going?
Yep.
It's not showing over here.
It'll pop up in a second. It doesn't go immediately. It's like 15 seconds, I think.
Oh, okay. Hello. So glad you could stop by. This here is...
Oh, you might want to mute that, by the way.
Mute what?
The player right in front of you.
Why?
Oh, no, never mind. You have the speakers muted. Never mind. Go ahead.
I love how they smile and think they can get away with anything, like confusing people. Welcome to this version of Tea and Talk Time. Sit down, relax, put your feet up, have a glass, and probably a lot of Snickers at our expense. I'm having a very blah blah down day, and I didn't have the energy to put my teeth in, but my grandson has come to visit, and we're going to play what is called a role-playing game that he's working on. So it's rough, it's in the process, but hey, you'll get an idea of what a role-playing game is like. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself, and we're going to play Buckeye and Nana, because I am one. Okay. So set the stage. Where are we? And what's going on?
Well, first, I'd like you to describe your character a little bit.
Oh dear.
You don't have to go super in detail or anything, but just give me just an idea.
Okay.
What we're looking at here.
Well, I'm a human. I've got long blonde hair. I've got beautiful blue eyes. Got a big wart. No. I am a kind of a witchy person. I have some very well developed senses.
Okay.
Okay. My name is Yucana, and I came up with that because you cannot do this or you cannot do that. So maybe there's a little bit of Italian in me.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pretty much a loner. I like to observe. I stand on the outskirts. I'll watch people. Get an idea of what's going on. And join in if I feel like it, and if not, I'll wander off and do my own thing. Okay, so that's basically what I am. I wear a long leather duster, and purple is my favorite color. The duster isn't purple, but my long underdress is.
Okay.
And my leather boots match my leather coat, and they're kind of Romanesque looking with the straps that wrap up.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I have a staff. I ought to go get my staff and bring it in here. And that's what I use to defend myself when need be.
Okay. All right. And your name was what again?
Yucana.
Yucana. That's right. You cannot do this, or you
Oh,
cannot do that.
yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's write that down here. Yucana. All right. Well, Yucana, you are in a small town on the sort of edge of civilization. You're not really anywhere near a large pocket of population. Definitely far from the city.
Okay.
Out in the sort of wayward places. Smaller towns kind of populate the area.
Like a village, or?
A little bit bigger than a village.
Okay. A
In a bit of
little
a-
bit smaller than a town.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not anything crazy.
Okay.
You are in a tavern. Well, you're actually in an inn.
I think either Jeffy's coming.
Jeff just came.
Okay.
Yeah, he just walked by. You're in an inn.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently sleeping.
Oh.
You're up on the second floor. That's where all the actual sleeping quarters are.
Mm-hmm.
And the first floor, you got the tavern as well as the kitchen and sort of meeting place for everybody. But it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and you are sleeping.
Sleeping in an inn.
Taking a snooze.
Is there a name to this inn?
This inn, this is the Red Bird Inn.
I like that. The predecessor to the Red Roof Inn.
So you think about that.
Red Bird Inn.
The Red Bird Inn.
Okay, and do we know the name of the town?
the town? You actually just arrived.
So I don't know.
You do not know yet.
Okay. So do I wake up at 3 a.m.?
Well, you're currently sleeping.
Okay.
And are very abruptly awoken to the sound. You're not entirely sure what it is. It's sort of not a screeching sound, but high-pitched, fluctuating noises coming out towards the field. You're towards the main road.
Did a UFO land?
And the field, there's a lot of farmers in this particular town.
Mm-hmm.
This particular field, it's about, I'd say, 50 yards from the inn.
Okay.
And you're hearing the sounds coming from down the field.
All right. Then I sit up. Is there a window in my room?
There is a window in the room, yes. It is, in fact, it is facing the field.
I, out of habit, grab my staff and go to the window.
All right.
What do I see that I identify with as making the sound?
Roll perception.
20-sider?
Yes.
What? $12 plus 5. 12 plus 17.
17? All right. You look out, and it's very dark. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Can't really make out too many specifics. You can kind of see towards the way that you're sitting on the inn, you're facing away from the main road.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still see off the sides of the inn a little bit leftovers of the lantern lights from the main road.
Okay.
Not much light is provided over the field, though. Still see a little bit. With your dark vision, you can kind of see a little bit more as well. Being a witch, you have dark vision, by the way. You wrote that down.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Traits, dark vision.
Be 60 feet.
Okay.
You can't make out any specific details, but you know sort of the general direction of the sounds. But you
So
can't
it
really.
seems to be coming from that area.
It's definitely coming from that area, yeah.
And my curiosity is definitely piqued.
It's definitely peaked, yes. Another thing, too, you don't really hear anybody else in the inn
Stirring?
being stirred at all from the sounds. So far, it seems. Now, you don't know if that's just because of, it's late now. Everyone wants to make a lot of noise.
Or everybody's passed out from drinking too much.
Right. You don't really know. But all you know is that no one else is making any sort of noise in reaction to this.
Well, I'm going to go investigate. I will get fully dressed.
Okay.
And like I said, I have my staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I will quietly, or try to be quiet, and head out of the inn. I'll go out the front door because I really shouldn't be going out a back door because I don't work there.
Right.
And do I see anybody out on the street?
Well, you go down. Firstly, you go down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You go down into the main floor. There's actually a couple people up right now. Got the innkeeper. He's still awake. He keeps the tavern open pretty late at night. There's another person off in the corner having his way with some drinks.
I thought you were going to say having his way with a maid.
No.
It's like, woo!
No. Having his way with the drinks. They're down there. Don't really pay too much attention. Like I said before, they don't really seem to be stirred at all from anything.
I will go to the innkeeper.
Go to the innkeeper? Okay.
Excuse me, but did you hear a strange, high-pitched, squeaking, squawking noise?
Do you see who's in the corner? I hear lots of noises at night.
Good point. If I don't come back in an hour, will you send someone out to find me? Something's going on in the field back behind the inn, and I'm just going to go see what it is.
That's interesting. Okay. I guess I could take a look if you don't come back within an hour. I can go out there and take a look for you. What kind of disturbance are you?
I really can't see. It's just I know something's off. So I'm going to go look.
Okay. Well, persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
And persuasion would be under...
I don't have an actual thing on there. Oh, that's interesting.
Well,
it would be under charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. 9 plus 1.
So 10?
10.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you this. The last couple of weeks, we've actually had some interesting stories from the locals. Some weird occurrences have been happening out at the edge of the town. No one really has any specifics, but it's been kind of interesting. I don't know if it has anything to do with what you're talking about, but it may have something to do with it.
Well, now I'm going to talk like you. I pick up accents real easy. I'm going to go investigate, see what it is, and I'll let you know what I find.
Alright. I mean, you can talk to Thaddeus, if you can get any coherent words out of him. He's a hunter, so he kind of, takes his leave out in the sort of edge of the town a lot. He might know something. I don't know if he's going to be particularly coherent, though.
And I'll check in with him, and then I'll head out.
Alright, well, if you don't come back, I mean, I guess I can go. I'm not going to go searching high and low for you, but,
I understand. Just know that I'm heading towards the field behind me, and
Alright.
I did it again. I guess she's going to have a southern Italian accent. What do they talk like in southern Italy?
Name's Cyrus, by the way. Cyrus Ashworth.
Well, nice to talk with you, Silas. Ashford?
Ashworth.
Silas Ashworth. Okay. I kind of nod at him, and then I head over to Thaddeus and boldly just sit down next to him and go, I need to talk to you.
Are you going to buy me around?
No, but I might buy you a drink. Don't know what you want with a round, but...
Well, that might work as well. I don't know how many I'm on at this point.
I will motion to the innkeeper for a drink for him, for Thaddeus.
Okay.
And I go, I understand there's been some odd things going on lately. And
there's always odd things going on here at the inn.
Well, tonight there's something odd going on out back.
Oh, I see. Wasn't me.
Whatever it is, it woke me up. And I'm going to go investigate. And I just wonder, A, would you like to go as well? And B, what you can tell me about some of the strange things that's been going on.
Well, I can tell you that my head has been growing a bit weirdly recently. I don't really know why.
It's been growing?
It's been growing weirdly, yes. It's been going long ways this way and short ways this way. I don't know.
You've been distorted?
I just know my hair is growing weirdly.
Your hair?
My hair.
Oh, I thought you said your head.
No.
I'm going, Twilight Zone! Okay, your hair has been growing weirdly.
At least I think so.
Well, that's a very sad story. Okay, so there's nothing you can tell me about the strange things that have been going on the edge of town.
On the edge? I heard about somebody who went out there and they haven't really come back recently.
Oh, well, that's not.
Yes. Let me
check my notes.
The drinks are
There's a friend of mine. He's a hunter. I'm gonna drop the accent for now. He went out there about 2 weeks ago for his little hunting excursion. He should have been back about a week ago. Hasn't come back yet.
So it's a week overdue.
About a week overdue.
What's his name? I'm not checking my notes.
The grace, I tell you. Oh, that's right. I didn't give him a name.
Okay.
But we'll just call him Gary.
Gary the Hunter.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun!
I might have given him. Actually, check it. I thought I did give him a name, but maybe I didn't. No, I didn't give him a name.
Okay, Gary the Hunter.
Yeah, we'll call him Gary. Okay.
Gary the Hunter.
He's a stupid one. I don't know. Who goes hunting this time of the year anyways, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he probably just likes to hunt things.
Maybe he got hunted himself.
Maybe. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time. And by now, would the bartender, the innkeeper, have delivered his drink?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not like he's, super busy.
All right. I tell the innkeeper, put it on my tab, and I'm going to head towards the door.
All right. Head towards the door, open it, and just like before, I saw a little bit of the light from the main road, and now you're actually looking at the main road. You got every 10, 20 yards, you got lamps. It's actually really well lit main road.
Oh, these gas lamps or oil?
Oil lamps.
Okay.
Yep, oil lamps. And they kind of alternate from one side to the other. So you go one here and then there, just like that, going across, along with the railings, going across the whole walkway. Down a bit, you're sort of on the inn. Kind of is like on the beginning of town.
Mm-hmm.
You go first on entrance, and that's where the inn is. And then continuing down the road, you start to get more populated buildings and people's homes and stuff like that, as long as the shops going down that way. The field, as you enter, or as you exit the door, if you take a right around the place, that's basically where the field is. It's just right behind the inn.
Then I will approach the corner of the building, kind of look around to make sure nobody's there.
Roll perception.
Who did I walk into? 5 plus 5 is 10.
Okay. As you begin to walk out the door, first you start hearing heavy breathing when you first walk out, sort of in the distance. And as you continue to walk, it's starting to get closer a little bit. As you walk around, you see a figure running in the tall grass of the field, heading your direction.
I've got both hands on my staff, and I'm ready to react. Does he look hurt? Does he look aggressive?
As he continues to approach closer, he becomes more visible to you. He looks to be in fright, running.
Okay. Hold on. What's the problem?
I don't know. There was something in the field. I don't know what, but it was big. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Calm down. My name is Nana. No, wrong line. Yukana. My name is Yukana. Who are you? What's your name?
Tedman. Tedman's the name.
Tedman?
Tedman, yeah. I couldn't sleep, so I went out for a bit of a walk. You do it all the time. I go down to the field to take a bit of a lap, and I come back, and I usually get to sleep after that. I went out there this time, and then
only got halfway on my walk, and I noticed this large, so large creature. I don't know what it was.
You never? Is it bigger than a man?
Yes, it's very big, and as soon as I saw it, I stopped, but it noticed me, and I immediately ran. I didn't see what it was, but it was big.
So this just happened.
Yeah, about 20 minutes ago.
Do you stay here at the inn, or are you further down?
No, I have my own home down farther into the town.
All right. Well, go home, rest, relax. And if you see a constable, let them know what you saw. Matter of fact, you should probably let them know anyway. I'll go see.
You're crazy, but more power to you.
Okay.
And he continues running off.
All right, so I'm on the alert for a big thing. Should have asked for more of a description. But it's bigger than a man, so what kind of... Is the field empty of crops?
It's mostly just tall grass.
Okay.
At this point, about up to your waist.
I'm going to follow his path.
Okay.
From where he was running.
He basically came straight. Well, he kind of came on a sort of a diagonal direction, actually. As you were coming around the corner, he was kind of coming up like this towards you.
Okay.
So you kind of, not directly into the field, more of on a bit of an angle.
Diagonal?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I will follow his trail. I will retrace his steps as much as I can.
Okay. Roll wisdom.
Is this a good idea or a bad idea?
Oh, wait, yeah, roll survival, actually.
Well, natural 20.
All right. You have no problem. You find it. In fact, you have an excellent time just putting your feet right into his tracks.
Okay.
The whole way. Luckily, with the tall grass and his booking it out of there, he left a pretty apparent path.
Okay.
So you were able to stick to it. You continue down the path for actually quite a while. You've been going for about 20 or so minutes at this point.
Wow.
I haven't seen anything.
Do I see any disturbance in any of the grass off of the... do I see like where something big might have been off of the trail?
So far, nothing really strikes your eye.
Okay.
It all seems to be just kind of flowing in the wind a little bit. Nothing particularly of interest.
Okay. Well, until I hear something or see something else, I'll keep following his trail.
Okay. So you keep going. About another 20 or so minutes. Still haven't really encountered anything. Make a perception check.
That hits a corner. Can I roll it again?
Sure.
That's better. Oh, that's much better. And what am I doing? Perceiving?
Yes, perception.
Okay. 23.
23. As you kind of... At this point, you've been going for quite a while. Almost an hour you've been going. You're starting to notice a little bit of deviation in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
More areas that have been pushed down. Nothing defined, but there has been activity in this area.
Okay, do I smell anything?
Nothing is jarring
Okay.
to you. It doesn't smell fresh out here. You're deep into the field at this point. Not many people go back here. But it's nothing particularly of note.
Looking around the area that has been disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around the area that has been disturbed, I'm trying to see if there's any unusual footprints or anything.
Okay, so you're going to kind of deviate from the path a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look. Okay. You start sort of walking around in the area, taking a look at more of the
disturbed area.
The disturbed areas. You don't see actual prints, but you see large impressions in the ground that do sort of start leading in an area.
I will follow the impressions.
Okay.
And see if I can't figure out if there's more fur or hair or sound or,
So you're going to be paying close attention to any details?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll investigation.
I trip and fall. 7. I trip and fall.
Okay, as you continue with the impressions on the ground, you don't really see anything specific, but as you continue to follow it, it actually goes on for a little bit, and it's not a straight path. It kind of winds a little bit, and it's almost as if whatever this was sort of, it wasn't on one singular path. It was trying to do multiple different things.
Can I tell if it's been like eating along the way?
Yeah, actually, you can tell that some of the grass has been chewed up or ripped apart. Yeah, there has been.
Okay, so whatever this is, it's grazing right now. I'm assuming that that's what it's do. It's browsing. It's grazing. Okay.
As you continue walking, you've been going for a little bit at this point on this side path. You start coming into more of a clearing.
Mm-hmm.
And off in the distance, about 50 yards or so, there's a mound on the ground.
Does it look something like what today would be a buffalo? The hump of a buffalo in the ground, laying down?
Roll intelligence.
11.
You can't tell from this distance. It doesn't, with how far out you are in the limited light, you can't really, at this distance, tell any specific features with it.
Okay.
And if it resembles anything to you.
I'm going to go as stealthily as possible.
Okay.
Guess what I know the next roll is going to be?
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah. I'm going to stay in the grass.
Okay.
And I'm going to travel low and try to get closer to it without coming out where he's already disturbed the grass.
Okay.
10.
10.
11.
So as you continue going up, trying to be as stealthy as possible, unfortunately the grass that you're walking in, it hasn't rained out here in a bit.
So it rustles.
So it rustles a bit as you go. And it's not like you're being rambunctious, but you're not incredibly quiet as you're working your way up towards it. As you get closer to it, though, it has dark. Whatever its fur is, it's dark. It's not a bright colored creature, but it is huge. As you start coming up to it, in comparison to you, it is very large, and it appears to be sleeping.
I haven't seen any blood along the path or anything, have I? I mean, like it's attacked anybody.
You have not.
Okay. Have I seen anything like this before?
Roll history.
What is this thing? 5.
5. You have no clue.
No clue.
Being at this, how dark it is, how you can't really see any specific features, and you only see about half the body at this point. You really don't know.
Continuing on my arc to get closer without getting closer. I'm going to keep trying to get closer and figure out if this thing is hostile or aggressive or a monster or just a natural creature or what it is.
So you're going to investigate the creature?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get an idea. Okay. Roll investigation.
I am rolling some lousy. I'm changing my die. Dice jail you go! A nod to Laura. Oh, that's much better. 19.
19? Okay.
Or do I have to take the first one?
No, you're fine. Okay. Okay, so as you get closer to it, at this point, it hasn't shown any sort of signs that it notices you. As you get closer, so you're getting a little bit more, like, okay, I get a little closer to kind of get a better idea of what's going on. It's intriguing. You have not seen this creature before. You're not familiar with it, but the aspects of it you are familiar with, which is interesting. The top half of it resembles that of an owl.
Okay.
The bottom half resembles a bear.
Wow. Owl and bear. That's weird.
It is. And it's something that kind of strikes you. It's like, you have not encountered a creature of this sort of magnitude yet.
Does it have wings?
It does not have wings.
Are all four legs like a bear?
To an extent. The bottom ones are relatively bear-like. The front two, though, you can only see one of them, but you can infer that they'd be the same. The front one that you see, the claws are longer than usual for a bear.
So they're more like talons?
They're more along the lines of talons, yes.
Okay.
Now, as you get closer and take a look at this, it begins to rustle.
It's stirring. I freeze. And I don't move.
Okay. It starts to kind of move around a little bit. You can hear it kind of like breathing loudly, kind of pushing a lot of air out, just kind of wrestling a little bit. Starts to just move around a little bit and then it stops.
Do I think it...
And then immediately looks over at you and it goes to kind of like shoulder you. I want you to roll dexterity.
That didn't help any. 4.
4.
No, wait. Dexterity is higher, I think. 5.
5, okay.
Back to jail. You go to jail, and the other one comes out. Okay.
Alright, so it's gonna shoulder you. Its immediate reaction to seeing you there is it's gonna plow into you, so it's gonna knock you back about 5 feet and you're prone.
Okay, so it is attacking me.
It did it did attack you right there.
Alright, then I'm going to attack back.
Alright, well we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
And what do I add to it? Oh,
your
plus
initiative.
2.
Yep.
Okay. 11.
Alright. You go first.
I get to go first?
You go first.
Then I'm going to... How many attacks do I get? Just one? I will attack with my staff. Double-handed.
Alright. Go ahead and take your attack. Should be under your dexterity, so you should be... I think it's like plus 4 or something like that.
3 plus dexterity.
On your weapon over there, it shows right on there. It says dex plus something.
Oh, the damage. I don't have to roll anything?
No, so it'll be right here.
Oh,
Dex
here,
plus
plus 4.
Yeah. So whatever your die roll is plus 4.
7.
7? Okay. So out of your like immediate reaction, you take a second to get up and kind of maintain yourself for a moment. You go to take a swing, and it seems to be already, even after just sort of waking up, it's already on guard, and it sidesteps you.
All right. I like that.
That caught me off guard. Now, immediately after sidestepping your attack, it's going to actually go right back after you.
Okay.
And it's going to try and bite you with its beak.
Ooh, beak bite. Not good.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, talon is worse.
12 to hit?
Nope.
Alright, so in its sort of excitement that it kind of shook your initial attack off, it
kind of lunges at you, but doesn't set its feet properly, and it just kind of misses right off the side of you.
Okay. I attack again with my staff.
All right.
So to hit is the die roll plus 4.
Yes.
15.
15. Hits.
Yay! 1d8 plus 2 damage. 3 plus 2 is 5.
5 damage. All right. You said 5 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. It doesn't like that. You kind of...
Did I whack
It's
it?
kind of like a back and forth thing going on right now. You're both kind of missing, and it's a little sloppy, but you're able to capitalize on him lunging across you, and you sort of like hit him on the back of its neck as it's coming around.
Oh, good.
Kind of for a nice 5 points. And he's going to turn around and immediately try to just swipe at you
Okay.
with its talon. That's going to be a 15 hit.
No.
Alright. Sort of getting frustrated now. It's like, ugh, ugh. And it's doing a lot of lunging. It's not properly setting itself up.
Well, I'm going to attack it again, and I guess I missed because it's 7.
Yeah, so you're going to miss there. This is a really, really nice fight, guys. Good job.
Back and forth and back and forth.
Yes. So as you come around to sort of swing down with him, he immediately notices what you're doing and he kind of bats away with his claw a little bit. And as he does that, he's going to come right back at you with a beak attack.
Okay.
That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yes.
All right. That's going to do 6 points of piercing damage to him.
Ow. I'm going to club it again with my staff.
All right. Go ahead.
9.
All right, so as it comes after you and it almost like takes a chunk out of you a little bit, it just really it's almost like being stabbed with a sword a little bit, but it kind of like, because it grabs you a bit, so it hurts even in a different way.
Yeah.
So it comes after you and you've been a little bit disoriented, so you kind of try and like uppercut it a little bit, and you just miss wildly. Now
using my magic, I'm going to react.
Okay. So you're
I'm going to evade.
You're going to evade? Okay. All right. So he's going to try and attack you this next time, seeing that he kind of feels like he's got the upper hand at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little bit going wild, so he's going to try and go after another beak attack, and you're just going to completely spin right around him.
And as I spin around, I'm going to attack.
All right. You have advantage.
Good. Let's see. 15.
Hits.
Yay! 8.
8 points of damage. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
7 points. All right. He kind of senses that the tide has turned a little bit. You're starting to get your footing. And he's not so sure he wants to continue with this. He's going to start backing off a little bit out of your melee range.
And I'm going to aggressively pursue him.
Okay.
I trip over my staff and fall down. 6.
6. All right, yeah. So you're trying to run up to him, but in the process of you running and trying to hit, you just don't have enough on
Fail
you.
miserably.
Now he's going to turn around quickly.
I'm going to evade again.
Okay. All right.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
I mean, using the evade. Mm-hmm. Okay. How many times can I use that?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. You have a total of, I believe it is 5 spell slots. That's one thing I need to add to the character sheet.
1, 2,
So you have 5
3,
spell
4.
slots. So you can use any number of them.
All right, so I need to keep track of how many times I use it.
Yeah.
And then that takes away from how many times I can use something else.
Yes. So right now, after using the second evade, you're going to have 3 total spell slots left.
Okay. Okay. I will use it again.
All right. So it's sort of noticing you tried to hit it and it missed. He kind of wants to keep you at bay right now. He's not really sure he wants to fight. So he stops to try and take a swipe at you, or you kind of stop immediately, pivot, and take a step. And he's a little bit disoriented, but he's going to try and start running away again.
Can you talk?
No response.
Can you speak with me?
Just keeps moving.
Well, I'm moving behind him.
All right.
If he doesn't communicate, then he's a danger to other people. So I try to close the distance and attack.
Okay, good.
Better. So much better. 21.
Hits.
Come back here, you ding-dong. 8.
8 points of damage?
No, I keep adding my dex.
Yeah, you add your dex to it. It's the damage right over there. So it'd be the...
It's 1d8 plus 2.
Yeah, so that dex is your dexterity already.
Yeah. So it's 6.
6?
Yes.
Alright, you significantly slowed him down from that hit. You kind of hit him right in the back, and he kind of... His step loses itself for a moment, and you can tell he's got a lot of pain in the back, and he's not able to move as quickly.
Can I hit him again?
Well, he's going to stop and turn around and try and just do a side swiping and curl at
Okay.
you.
All right.
That's going to be 20 to hit.
Yes, he hits.
All right. It's going to do 8 points of... Oh, no. Nope. Back that up.
Worse?
Wrong attack.
No.
No, he's going to do 14 points of slashing damage at you.
Ow!
And he's going to immediately turn around and start going again.
Leaving?
Yep.
I'm going to pursue him and...
Take another hit?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
$12.
12. Just misses.
Oh!
Alright, seeing as you missed this time, he's not turning around yet. He's keeping on its course. He's not very fast now. It's very easy to keep up with him. But he's keeping on his course.
Then I'm hitting again.
Alright.
I'm not doing this right. 8.
8. Yeah, you sort of, after that last hit, you're a little bit disoriented, and you feel like you should be hitting him because he's not moving quickly. So you're just kind of like wildly taking swings and not being quite focused on your target.
Okay.
He's going to turn around, and seeing as you're still on him, he's a little bit annoyed at this point, and he's going to try and take a beak attack at you.
Okay. I like how you get beak attack. You got to do the chin movement. Beak attack.
It's going to be 14 to hit.
No.
No. All right.
But I'm going to hit him. Well, that's better. 10.
You are not going to hit him this time.
It's still not 6.
So he's gonna turn around and he's gonna keep going.
I'm going to pursue him.
All right.
That's better. 23.
Yes.
Ooh. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Alright, so as he turns around and starts to it's almost funny seeing him trying to move so quickly because he's just not able to. His hips and everything they don't cooperate as they would like to at this point. So he's just trying to get away. He doesn't want to have anything to do with you at the moment. But as you kind of come back up to him again and you take another swipe right down to the center of the back, you see it just collapses right in its back and it just falls straight down onto the ground and it doesn't move.
It doesn't move.
It doesn't move.
I'm going to poke it with my staff.
You poke it with your staff.
Does it move?
It
Does it react in any way? Does it flinch?
Nope.
Does it quiver?
Nope.
Does it laugh?
It squeaks. No.
Okay. I just realized it's half owl, half bear. It's like wow, it's an owl bear.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what it is. It's an owl bear.
Okay. Talk about mixing genres.
Well, this is actually D&D. This is a D&D character.
Oh, is it?
Albert. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay. How far away from the inn am I?
At this point, you're about an hour's out from the inn. And actually, at this point, make a perception check.
I'm wondering if there's more in the area. Wrong die. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay. Thinking about what just transpired and how far you came out here, and then thinking about what Tedman told you earlier, you're a lot farther out than you think you should have been. Based off what he told you, he was only 20 or so minutes into the field when he had an encounter with us.
Uh-oh.
So you feel like you shouldn't have been out this far to encounter it. But as far as the description goes, it lines up a bit. But after you take him down, it's interesting out here. It's almost eerie, because before it was quiet and you were very focused. Now it's quiet and it's odd. There's almost like a just very, very minimal sort of hum that you can hear.
Does it feel like when an area of the woods goes quiet because something else is prowling around?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's more or less almost an internal feeling within you that's making this seem different out here. Almost like your senses are taking control.
Okay. The hum. Where's the hum coming from? Can I sense that?
What did you roll for your perception of 13?
My perception... I have a +5 to perception.
Roll perception.
9. 9!
Considering what you've been doing with the owlbear, you start to think he wasn't just running away from you, he was running with a purpose.
Like he was running home into his group. Possibly.
Something, he had a reason for going the direction he was going.
For help.
And coalescing that's sort of the direction. It's not like it's a directional hearing, but it's the closer you get, the more that hum becomes prevalent.
Oh, crap. Well, if there's another one of these things, I probably won't survive. So I'm going to back off. I'm going to take some of the feathers if I can.
Okay.
Proof.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no cameras. No cell phones. I can take a
right.
a selfie with my owlbear. I'm going to take a couple feathers and I'm going to back away. And I am going to make as much of a direct shot to the inn as I can.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for another one of these things or more.
As you begin to head back, at this point, it's coming towards daylight. You've been out for quite a bit at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have really any troubles finding your way back.
Okay.
So you get back in town, and it's closer to 6 o'clock in the morning at this point. The light is starting to come up over the horizon, and the early morning risers are starting to come out, doing their work. There's a few people in the field as you start coming up closer to the town. Just people kind of walking around on.
Well, anybody I come close to, I say, watch out. There's owl bears in the area.
Noted.
Do I see a constable or a police officer or anybody?
Not at the moment. No.
Okay. I'm going to go to the inn first. Do I see the innkeeper?
Oh, yeah. He's exactly where you left him.
Passed out?
Curiously, he's kind of just there. He doesn't really seem to be perfectly attentive. Almost curious as to why he's still there. You'd think he would have gone to bed at some point.
Yeah. I go up to him and... What was his name? Silas. Silas?
Oh, hello.
Hello. There are owl bears in the area.
Owlbears.
Owl bears. I show him the feathers. I just took one out. I don't know if that's the noise that I was hearing. I don't know for sure if that's what's causing the problem of people disappearing when they leave town. But you might want to warn people as they come in for breakfast or lunch or whatever. And I'm going to go find the constable and let him know.
I'll keep that noted. It's interesting. I did go out looking for you, by the way. I didn't find you, but obviously you had whatever it was covered.
Yeah, somebody was coming out of the field, and did he tell me what his name was? If he did, I didn't write it down. I didn't make a mental note of it. Oh, Tedman. I ran into a guy named Tedman.
Oh yeah, it's Edmund. Yeah, I know that.
He ran
Weird
into
fella.
it first, and he just
There's
took
a lot
off.
of night walking.
Yeah, and that's he warned me that there was something out there that was huge, and it is huge.
You're telling me something he actually said made sense.
Something he said made sense.
That's a first.
It wasn't just a nightmare. So I'm going to go tell the constable and let everybody know that there may be owlbears in the area.
All right. Well, you seem new. I don't think I've seen you around here too much. If you just head down the main road, it's one of the first buildings on the right.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Come back. We got morning breakfast coming up in about an hour.
All right. Go down the street to the constable and let him know.
All right, as you start heading down the street, the lanterns have been turned off at this point. The light it's become prevalent. It's up in the sky. A lot of movement sort of coming around. People are coming out, just starting to go and do their morning work. People are starting to head out of the inn. People are actually coming into town at this point now. Travelers from the late night coming in, trying to get rest at the inn. As you continue down the road a little bit, you see there's a sign right on the road. It says enforcement. And that's where we're going to go to.
Okay. Is the door unlocked?
The door is closed.
I will knock on the door.
Okay. Take a knock. Hello?
I have a warning. I need to see someone in charge.
Well, we don't open up for about 20 minutes.
There are owlbears in the area.
All right, well, we open up in 20 minutes.
Oh, jeez. I said my piece. Goodbye.
Come back in 20 minutes.
Is this a recording?
This is not a recording. What's a recording?
It's Memorex. I go back to the inn and I do a quick heal.
Okay.
Which is, according to this, 1d8 plus 1d8.
Should be plus your constitution. I don't know if I wrote it down, but 1d8 plus your constitution modifier.
Oh, by the modifier.
Yeah.
You have 1d8 HP.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to write that down. So it's plus the constitution modifier as well.
Plus con mod. Let's see if I can figure that one out. Alright, so at 6 plus 2 is 8. I get 8 back. And I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Because I don't plan on going out and attacking anybody. Hopefully they're not going to come into town and attack anybody. Con mod. So that's 3 more. That was a bad roll. I rolled a 1. But I'm only down by 9 now, so 9! Yeah, I go back to the inn, make myself feel better, and get something to drink and wait for breakfast.
Okay. Come back in. The main floor is a little bit more populated now. People are coming down, starting to get ready for breakfast. People are coming, like I said, people are coming into the inn now, checking in, preparing to get rooms. The innkeeper's becoming a lot more busy at this point. Interesting enough, Thaddeus is still over there in the corner. Is not awake though.
Passed out.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some of the straps off my boots. I'm going to take a length of cord off my boot.
Okay.
And I'm going to affix the feathers from the owlbear to my staff.
Okay. Let's see. Roll a straight intelligence check.
Oh. 19.
19. You, with ease, it's almost like the leather is just working perfectly for you. It comes on there to your absolutely, like, just couldn't come out much better than this unless you went to a professional tailor. Just perfect alignment with everything, and it makes the staff look wonderful.
Cool. All right then. So is that it for today?
Sure.
How many experience points do I get? Or do I gain another level?
Neither yet.
Neither yet. Okay, you're still working on that.
No, you just haven't reached that threshold yet.
No experience points yet. Well, while I sit here and cry like a baby. Is that delayed? Yes, that's delayed.
Yeah, it's
okay, anyway.
10 or 15 seconds.
Well, that's the end of this session. Thanks. I almost died. But that's what you do in a role-playing game. You take on a character. You attack things that might attack other people. At least I do. And you roll the dice to see if they're going to cooperate. And most of the time, mine don't, so they're going to jail. So thank you for coming by and stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed it if you stayed long enough to see this. And may do this again, may not. And hopefully I feel better when that happens. So until the next time, you take care, and may God bless. Thanks, Brendan.